as you're ready, we are going to be flowing and moving and opening hips and getting some nice stretches for the low back and the upper back. Doing a couple of balancing poses today. So, just sort of a good overall Sunday flow, and I hope you enjoy that. We may want to use either it could be a bolster, or you can just use a rolled up blanket for our final uh, end of the practice. So if you don't have a bolster nearby, that's okay. Just use your blanket and roll it up so that we can get a little heart opening at the end. Um, and yeah, I think that gets us in the right zone to start. So let's go ahead and begin. First, finding a comfortable seat for your body in whatever manner feels best to you this morning. That could be Hero's Pose, which I've decided to take just momentarily, or it could be Sukhasana. We are going to be opening hips, so Sukhasana might be a nice entree for you as well. As you're ready, I invite you to close your eyes. Let your hands just relax on your lap and start to feel your body settle down from any activity you may have been participating in already today. And let your body sink down into a comfortable seat. Immediately upon closing your eyes, notice that your gaze is drawn inward. And let's just take a minute or two to explore this inner landscape. Where do you find yourself at this moment? Is the body agitated? Is your mind unsettled, maybe darting from thing to thing? And if so, allow those activities to gently calm as you bring your awareness and observance to your breath. Feel yourself in the space of your seat on the mat. As if there was nothing else in this room but you and the ground below. Surrounded by air, feel the air as it touches your skin. The sensation of countless molecules of air reaching and touching and creating such a subtle experience of your senses. Draw some of that air in as you take your inhalation and feel the experience of the air moving into the nasal passages. Picture it traveling down your throat and reaching deep into your lungs, and then traveling back out again in the natural progression of respiration and life. Just take a moment in quiet and silent observance as we prepare our bodies and minds for practice. slowly turn your head toward your left shoulder, guiding your chin toward your shoulder. Lift up through your spine on your next inhale. And as you exhale, draw a semicircle, like a smile, across your collarbones. And then turn your chin toward the right. Inhaling as you reach your destination. Exhaling back the same way, down and across the collarbones. Inhale and look left. And do that one more time. Down, across, lifting up on the inhale. Exhale and back to where we began. Bring your head back to center. Go ahead and open your eyes. Take your right hand to your side. Lift your left arm up. Reach the arm up, up, up and overhead, and then allow that arm to come closer to your ear. Lifting into your left rib cage. Turn and gaze upward, perhaps past your arm and toward the ceiling. Lift a little more deeply out of the arm and reach it a little closer to your ear. Take that left arm down. We'll take that same stretch to the other side. Right arm lifting, reaching high, and then allow it to gently fold over your ear. Gaze upward as you turn and look past your arm to the ceiling, or even imagine the sky way above and outside. Lift a little more out of the arm and bring it a little closer to your ear as you press into the right rib cage. Bring that arm down and back. All right, if you were sitting in Sukhasana, let's change the crisscross of the legs. So let's lift up whatever leg is in front. I'm not going to say which one because you may have a different cross than I do at present. So lift up the leg that's on top or a little bit in front and just grab hold of the foot. Take your other arm around the knee and really slowly, very subtly, just begin to rock the leg back and forth. Keep lifting up out of your spine so you have a very firm and stable connection with your pelvis. And then if that feels okay and you want to rock that baby a little bit more, you can begin to increase the range of motion. As we all remember though, never going to pain, but just feeling the body begin to engage. All right, where you have your hand grabbing hold of the foot, see if perhaps you can bring it a little further around and maybe wrap the other arm, more like you're holding a newborn baby. And try that rocking action again. Keep lifting the foot up off the ground as much as you can, as long as it doesn't compromise your back. So if that creates a situation where you're rounding forward, just open up a little more space. Don't try so hard. All right, let that foot come down and just let it rest on the floor in front of you. So if that is okay, bring the foot down in front and see if you can turn your foot so that the sole of the foot is reaching a little bit more up than down. So we're kind of turning into the ankle a little bit, pressing more or less the top of the foot down on the mat. Now just hold that for a moment, sit up nice and tall. Release your hands, reach them up. exhale, bring them down. All right, we're going to lift up the other foot. So if you need to reposition the legs a little bit just for your mobility and access to the leg, I understand you may need to bring that first foot a little further in. Just reposition so it makes sense for you. Grab the second foot. We only have two. Grab the second foot with your hand and just begin that gentle rocking action, really slowly and subtly. So we're just rocking the baby back and forth, slowly, slowly. Letting that hip gently open up. And then if you want to, if you feel like that is accessible to you, you can take the foot, bring it a little bit further in. Perhaps you can bring it into the crook of your arm. If that's too intense, then don't feel the need to go that far. It's definitely a stronger, more intense position for the hip. But if it feels good, then allow yourself to move a little deeper. Just rocking that baby. And then we're going to set that foot down. We're going to bring the first foot in closer to the groin and set the second leg down like we did the first. So see if you can bring it ahead of the other leg, turning the top of the foot down, the sole of the foot up. So what we're doing is we're coming into a different seated posture, very close to Sukhasana, but it is a bigger opening for the hips. So again, if this is not accessible for your body, please honor where you are today. Sit up nice and tall, lift the arms up, reach them overhead, and exhale, bring the arms down. Right. So we're going to stay here for just a moment. Let's bring the arms forward. If the legs are comfortable where they are, then let's leave them right there. We worked to get them that nice and open. We're going to bring the elbows up and then squeeze the forearms together, palms together as well. Push the elbows forward. We're trying to keep them about the same height as the shoulders. On your inhale, lift and reach your fingers skyward, pressing forward, feeling an opening in the shoulder blades. Exhale, bring the elbows down towards your belly. Bow your head and fold, bringing your thumbs to your forehead. Inhale, lift, squeeze the forearms together as you reach the fingers as high as they'll go. Exhale and bring them down. One more time, inhale and lift. Exhale and down. All right, release the hands. We're going to change our body position, so come out of the seat that we're in and move into tabletop position. Right. Beginning in tabletop, make sure that the limbs are aligned. Wrists, shoulders, and elbows in a straight line, and your knees and hips as well. We're going to start to shift the weight from hand to hand, or arm to arm, and leg to leg, keeping the spine nice and straight. The pelvis is not really moving. We're just shifting the weight around so that you feel a little bit more weight on each arm individually, and then each leg. So just move around the world. Just enjoying the feeling of what this is doing to help align and create a little bit of sensation in the spine. And then just change the direction. So whichever way you began, change the circular motion. Let's go around 2 or 3 times on that way, and then come back to tabletop. From our tabletop position, we're going to lift the right knee and create some circles with that hip. So now use those strong core and gluteal muscles to rotate the hip around. Go as slowly as you need to make the widest range of motion available. Okay? This isn't a race. This isn't the Fast and Furious. In fact, quite the opposite. Slow and steady yoga is always, in my opinion, best for the body. So feel how those muscles are engaging to create the circle. Let's take that a couple more times around. And then the next time you come around and down, we're going to cross the right knee over the left in the back, separating the feet. And we're going to sit down in a Gomukhasana seat. So if you know that you prefer to sit on a support, grab your blocks, build up either 1 or 2 block support, and then allow your seat to come all the way back so that it is positioned between your feet. All right, the blocks can sit right between the feet as well if that's what you're using at this point. Sit nice and tall. Let your seat settle down. So those hips are now rotating toward the center. It's a different sensation. Make sure that your knees are comfortable as well. If this is too much, you can always straighten one leg out and just have one leg at a time bent. So just honor your body as always. Take a deep breath in. Lift both arms up, reach them toward the sky. Take your right arm and reach it back between your shoulder blades, just touching your fingers right at the base of your neck, as far down as it will slide. Take your left arm to your right elbow and gently guide the elbow directly back. So what I want to make sure is that your elbow and tricep is facing forward, that it's not out here to the side. So we're just lifting up. Continue all the motion up the spine, up toward the sky. And then once again, bring your attention back to those hips. Relax and breathe into the hips. Let's take 2 more breaths here. A lot going on in Gomukhasana, cow face pose. So it takes us a while to get into this posture. We want to let it work for us. All right, release the arms first. Bring them back down to the mat. Press yourself up. Uncross the legs. Come back to tabletop position. Once you've come into your perfectly square table, lift that left leg up and rotate the hip, using the knee like a giant pointer, creating a huge circle to the side. And remember, again, go slowly so that your spine is not shifting around. Your pelvis stays perfectly neutral if you can. Enjoy the feeling of opening that hip, waking up those major muscles. Keep breathing. Let's go one more time around, and then we're going to cross it over. Coming into our second side for Gomukhasana. Sit back, take your seat as before. Settle in, letting the weight of your body first settle into the hips to make sure that you can access this side and that you can maintain it. And then as you're ready, lift your arms, reach them as high as they'll go, and then take the left fingers to the middle of your back. Right hand gently grasps the left elbow and encourages that arm to reach back behind. A deep stretch for the tricep. And also helping to maintain the upper and lower body alignment. Breathe, and then remember, drop the weight back into the hips, relax down, release any tension in the muscles that you can. I know that often seems like a contradiction, right? We get into these very complicated, very precise poses, and then I tell you to relax. All right, one more breath. Release your arms, bring them forward, walk them back up, come back to tabletop position, and then open your knees wide, bring the big toes together to touch, press back to a wide knee child's pose. Letting your belly simply drop down between your knees. Relax your entire back in your arms. And breathe. Let's take 3 breaths here. Back up as you're ready to all 4 limbs. Curl your toes and let's lift up for a downward facing dog. Stretch the whole body from the crown of the head up to the base of the spine, and then back down into the hamstrings. Maybe even walk that dog a couple of times, bending one knee alternately, stretching into the hips. Always feels so good to do that, to press back one hip and then the other. Nice. From our downward dog, we're going to bring the right leg forward into a lunge position. So bring the right leg into runner's lunge. Pause here for a moment, just a little shift back and forth. Feeling a little stretch in the Achilles. Use those blocks as you like. And then we're going to step the left foot all the way forward, forward fold, Uttanasana. Slowly rise up, gently lift, bring the arms out, up and overhead. Bring your right hand down by your side, left arm over the ear. Gaze down at your right fingertips and release that arm to gravity. Inhale the right arm up, left arm comes down. Take that side crescent to the left. Gazing down at your left fingertips. Bring both arms back up. Deep inhale, and then exhale and fold. Walk the feet back, downward facing dog. Take a full breath here. Exhale. Inhale, come forward, knees down, tabletop position, and stretch your right leg out to the side, 90 degrees from the body. Right hand is going to reach underneath the body as you bend your left elbow and reach that hand under the gate, reaching as far back to the back of the mat as you can. Back of your hand is on the mat, your palm is up. Breathe into your low back and feel that delicious stretch. One more breath. Slide the right hand back up. Knee comes back up and under. Lift the knees. press back, downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, bring your left foot forward, runner's lunge. Opening lunge, just feel your stretching, lifting into that hamstring, and a little shift back and forth. Just getting some mobility in the ankle, in the foot. And then step the right foot all the way forward. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Slowly rise, lift, flow your energy up toward the sky. This time hands come together, palms gently pressed into each other as you frame your ears. And take your crescent to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, crescent to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to downward facing dog. Full breath in downward dog. Exhale. Inhale, come forward, knees down in tabletop, and your left leg stretches out at 90 degrees. Take your left hand under the body, reach it underneath your chest, back and lower down to your right elbow. Fully stretch. Feeling that left shoulder blade, ooh, all the way down. Back. One more breath. Slide the left hand back. Come back to all fours position. From a tabletop position, we're going to take the right foot forward and lift back up into a lunge. So now we're back in a runner's lunge, right foot forward, left back. Once again, we're going to shift forward and back, shift forward and back, shift forward and back, and then straighten the right leg, moving into pyramid lunge. Bowing your head down toward your right knee. And then inhale, bend that right knee, shift forward, exhale, back to pyramid. So we got a little mini flow here. Inhale, bend your knee, come forward, exhale, pyramid lunge. Do that one more time. Inhale, and exhale to pyramid lunge. Bend the right knee, turn your feet, walk your hands around to Prasarita Padottanasana, wide leg fold. First lifting up to the tips of your fingers, lengthening your spine, and then exhale, fold it down, walk your hands back so that they're in line with the arches of your feet, lifting up greatly through the lower abdominals. Flip your palms so that the backs of the hands are on the mat. Your palms are up. And then using your core to hold you steady, slide your hands behind you, making sure that you're using those major muscles to support the back as you let your head drape down. Take a breath here. Excellent stretch for the back. Exhale. Inhale, come back with your hands supporting. Pause here for one breath. And then we're going to turn the toes out and the heels in. All right, you're up on your fingertips or you have your hands on your blocks. You can always use them as well to support in this wide leg position. We're going to bend the left knee and let the right leg stretch as you side walk your hands to the left. So your knee is pointing out toward your left toes, not sickling in toward the center. center, or if you wish, you may feel free to sit down on that left heel and open the right leg into Skandasana. Final option to let go of the right block if you've taken the fuller version and take it over the ear. Whichever variation you took, let's lift back up, walk the hands back to center. And then from Skandasana, we're going to walk the hands all the way around to the front, back to runner's lunge position, and let the left knee come down. Anjani Asana. Got a little ahead of myself. You can tell we're doing some deep hip work today, so yes, we are moving toward pigeon or deer pose. Pause here for just a moment, letting that left hip flexor open up nicely. And then we're going to take whichever variation is best for your body. You're going to slide your right foot over to the left. Let the shin come down on the mat. If you're taking pigeon, your left leg is reaching back behind you. If you're taking deer, you simply bend your left leg, sickle it around, and then take your deer pose. Right? So whatever your body's calling for today. I'm going to demonstrate the pigeon, but deer is always accessible. So you can take this for an upward facing pigeon, perhaps hands on your blocks, supporting your upper body, or you can fold down and give your pigeon a little nap. Let it sleep for just a minute or two. Either way, I want you to really come back to that inner landscape. Breathing and just experiencing all the sensations. Hopefully all good ones. And relaxing, letting the tension go in the hips and lower back. Breath in. Whichever variation you are in, let's take our left leg and lift up. Slide it back behind you. Let the right leg come back. Let's press back to downward facing dog. And walk the dog 2 or 3 times on each side. Just pressing and stretching into those areas we were releasing. So good on this Sunday morning. Very nice. Walk the feet up to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale and rise. Slowly lift your energy high. And then exhale, fold it down once again. And then step back with your right foot. Lunge position. Again, I'm really enjoying using those blocks, especially this morning. So just give it a couple of shifts forward and back to make sure that you're in your optimal alignment for lunge. And then we're going to shift forward and then take it back into pyramid lunge. So stretch the left leg by straightening the left knee. And then inhale, shift forward. Exhale, back to pyramid lunge. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, pyramid. One more more time. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, press back. Shift forward again, and then we're going to turn our hands to the right side. Come to wide leg forward fold. As we do, we always parallel those feet so that the sides of the feet align with the front and back of the mat. Let your head drop down. Inhale, come up to fingertips. Lengthen your spine, draw it forward and back. Exhale, fold and feel yourself supported. Lift up into those inner thighs. Let your head drop forward. And again, walk your hands back so that they're aligned with the center of your soles. From this position, flip the palms again. Backs of the hands on the mat, and then slide your arms back behind you. You can also do this on your blocks. Let your head release and breathe into the opening all the way down your spine. Beautiful. One more breath. Slide your hands back to support yourself once again. Turn the heels in and the toes out. We're going to be bending the right knee this time, side walking your hands to the right as we dip into Skandasana. Now again, if you have any knee issues, any compression, where you don't want to take that knee bend any deeper, then just stay here, or even use your blocks and build it up a little higher. You're still getting major benefit from this pose, even when you're using those variations. If you'd like to, feel free to sit down on that right heel, straighten the left leg out. If you take that option, your left foot is flexed, and you may feel open to lift your left arm up. Breathe here. The hand back down. Everyone lift back up and press your hands to the center of your mat. Go ahead and walk them back around to the front. A runner's lunge position to begin. And then let that right knee slowly touch down. Pause here for a moment. Let that right hip flexor acclimate. Feeling a deep release all the way down the side. Do you feel that into gluteus medius? The side of your gluteal muscles. Deep into the lower back. Yoga is just magic. Move into pigeon pose. So slide the left foot over to the right. Let the knee and the shin come down in front. And then let your body sink into pigeon. Or if you prefer, take that deer posture as well. Hang here for a few minutes, whichever variation you chose. This is one that really needs some time and space to work. So we're not rushing a thing this morning. We'll leave all the rushing for the rest of your day. But right now, just indulge in slow, delicious, mindful practice. breath in a little deeper. Start to lift yourself up, supporting yourself in the front. Making your way back into downward dog by stretching that left leg back behind you. Lift up. And again, some deep alternate knee bends, pressing into each hip. So nice. From downward dog, we're going to do just a tiny little moving flow before we're done for the practice. So bring your right foot forward. Let your left heel come down. Lift all the way up to Warrior Two. Warrior Two position. Feel yourself strong and steady. Deep breath. Turn your right foot. Come to star position. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Sweep your hands down. Lift them back up. Overhead. Back to star. Fold with a flat back. Sweep the arms down. Inhale, lift and reach. One more time. Down, flat back fold, stretch and reach. Come back to warrior position. Rotate the left arm forward and then step to the front of your mat. Take your hands to your heart, balancing on the left leg. I promised you a balance pose today. We're going to move into tree. Move the right knee outward, externally rotating. And then take your tree position today. Either toes on the ground, toes at your calf, or toes at your inner thigh. Breathe, feel balanced and steady and strong. Let your breath flow. Enjoy the fruits of your practice today in this beautiful Vrksasana tree position. Arms up, open your branches and bring your right foot down. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Step back with your right foot. Anchor the heel down, lift up. Virabhadrasana 2, coming to the other side. Reach, feel the energy flowing, steady, hips and back nice and open. Deep breath. Then pivot on your front foot. Come to star position. Inhale up, arms overhead. Exhale, arms out, hinge forward. Sweep the arms down. Inhale, back up and reach. Let your breath flow as we move. Star, hinge forward and down. Exhale. Inhale, lift and reach. Let's do that one more time. Exhale, hinge, sweep. Inhale, lift, up and reach. Come back to star position. Turn your left toes to the front. One more. Virabhadrasana 2. Swing the right arm around, step forward. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, hands to heart. Center your spirit on the right foot. Gather your energy to the center. Open the left knee and take tree position on the second side. Steady and strong is our practice. Calming mind, body, and spirit. Beautiful thing to celebrate on this spring day. arms up. Open those branches. Let the left foot come down and forward fold. Bend your knees. Let your seat come all the way back down and take a seat on your mat. We're going to shift the emphasis for the last part of the practice with a little heart opener to give you a little variety from all the work on the hips. If you want to take a blanket or a bolster, either of those are fine. A rolled up blanket, a folded blanket, or a bolster, roll down over and let your legs simply extend down the mat. Come to a supported Matsyasana, letting the chest lift up. And if you feel comfortable, open your arms out to the side. And then just relax the rest of your body. And let everything release. Letting the energy flow across your heart. Just enjoy the next minute or two here. More breaths here. Feeling how light and buoyant your heart is. The release of the tension in your body. We're going to take the support out from under our back. So you might roll to one side just slightly and drag it down away and see if you can bring whatever you had under your back, see if you can position it under your knees. So if it's a bolster, just bring that bolster under your knees. If it's your blanket roll, let it come underneath your knees, your pelvis down on the floor. Let your back straighten out. And relax down for our last few minutes of Shavasana. Just inhabiting the breath. And appreciating the inner landscape once again. yourself a little hug. Rock side to side. Enjoying the feeling of all the freedom created in the spine, the legs and hips, the back. And then eventually roll on up. Come and take a seat in the center of our mat whenever we're ready. Take your time. And let's, with a smile, open our arms, embrace this day with gratitude, compassion, and love for all. Exhale. Hold all of this near and dear to the heart. The light in me is honored and grateful for the light within you all. Thank you so much for practicing. Om Shanti. Namaste.